How I found out about Mitchell Boggs is a friend of mine, Greg Grawl, who we played together at some point in time, and he played down at Florida Southern where Chris Patzos had gone, was a hitting instructor with the Cincinnati Reds, the Lookouts. During that period, I guess he was working out a young man who was going to school at Georgia who wanted to be a pitcher down there. I guess he was an outstanding quarterback as well in high school, and he had to make some decisions. But this, Greg called me up right away. He says, "Chuck, you gotta take this kid. Let me tell you, he is gonna be in the big leagues, Chuck. He's got an unbelievable slider and he's just learning how to pitch." And I said, "Greg, all right, Greg, tell me more." "Chuck, will I ever steer you wrong? You gotta take this kid, Chuck. He is special." So I said, "Okay, Greg, he sounds like a special guy, so based on your recommendation, we'll take him." And but we had to wait for Mitchell because his team went to the College World Series, so he didn't show up till almost July. So in the month of July, he was unhittable.
Came down with a big Georgia hat on, long hair, big tall 6'2", 6'3" kid, and it's like, wow, good, we need you. And he came in, and I think he was 6-0 that year, and just lit it up and dominated with a smile on his face, and he just got better every time out.
He did pitch extremely well for us, and I think he was a reflection of the management of the Gulls, who go out and attempt to get excellent pitching every year, and certainly they had a fine one in Mitch Boggs.
He had never driven a standard shift car, and any kids in the neighborhood or our grandchildren, the minute they got their license, my husband's favorite word was, "How would you like to drive my car?" And I can recall we live on quite a large hill. He and Mitchell driving up and down the hill, trying to teach Mitchell how to drive a stick shift. I don't know how successful that was. Also, Mitchell used to ask me if I could fix corn the way his grandmother did. Apparently it was corn kernels with milk in it or something. I don't think I ever did achieve his favorite dish. He was a gentleman, always called us ma'am and sir, which was unusual for us, and great pitcher, and we knew he had a tremendous future ahead of him.
Our next pitch. Over the outside corner, called third strike.
You know, Boggs is clearly one of the Gulls' best pitchers, and
He is their ace, without a doubt.
yeah, in 29 2/3 innings, he's only given up 3 earned runs. He's gotten 45 strikeouts, the most on the team.
Yeah, Mitchell just, we kind of followed him. I mean, he was a good pitcher for us, and he had a real good year the next year when he went back to Georgia. He came here, he had a good year in college, pretty good year in college, came here, was 6-0, really flourished, and went back to school and just kicked ass back there and really became a legitimate prospect. And from there, it's just taken off, and we've just been following his progress, and it's just amazing, the strides that he's made. And to see him on TV this past fall, pitching for the Cardinals was just, gave you goosebumps.
His mother every year sends us a Christmas card and keeps us posted on his whereabouts, and we're not surprised that he made it.
The pitch. Called third strike, right down the middle.
Mitchell will remember this, and so will Chris Stanton, but that 2004 series at Sanford was one of the most incredible series we had ever had. It was a packed house at Guardians Field. The Navy was in there with 1,000 sailors. It was an incredible atmosphere, and Mitchell was just, I know, enjoying it, and everybody else was enjoying it. But then this year I watched Mitchell pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals, and I used to think that he probably never had an experience like he had in Newport. And then, of course, I'm watching him in the World Series and thinking, oh my. Yes, he's had an incredible experience. And look at this. He's pitching in the World Series in front of 60,000 people and 60 million on TV. Mitchell Boggs, you arrived. And you know something? The best part of all that, you were the same kid you were in Newport. I watched you on television. I watched you run around. I watched you during the championship celebration, Mitchell. You were still a kid, and that's what it's all about, Mitchell. Never lose that. You're the player you are today. You're the person you are because you still have that in you, and you're one heck of a competitor. Mitchell, we're proud of you. You just keep working hard, Mitchell, and have a great career in the big leagues.